Hello, everyone. It's Friday. It's a Bandcamp Friday, the 6th of February. Cheers, everyone. Wearing a Black Star t-shirt that was given to me. Well, Bandcamp Friday is off to a good start. I woke up for the middle of the night necessary trip and turned on the computer and released Window at 2 o'clock in the morning. Already I have a few purchases. Thank you. Thank you very much. I also have one physical purchase, which I am going to talk about what I have for sale. Thank you all so very much. Andrew Cox, thank you for letting me use your artwork. Doesn't that look good, folks? Doesn't that look sweet? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I like things that are pleasing and imaginative to the eye. And I want to explain again. Also, thank you for the wonderful feedback on the track that I shared, Tune de Say, Dance of Joy. I'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to again preface by saying I'm so glad that you like the new music. These tracks are a prelude to the album that I want to release on vinyl. This is not it. I'm glad you like that track, Tune de Say, because I've saved the best for the album, and yet this EP extended. It's not a full album. These are some good tunes. You're letting me know that you hear them. That the name Tune de Say is not a play on Tuesday. It is literally what inspired me. I'll just be totally transparent. What inspired that track was listening to a song off the latest Tunde Abempe solo record, which was given to me. He does a thing on there with with an arpeggio, which set me off on that. So I said, well, Tunde say, what did Tunde say? Then I kind of had fun here in my mind with that. Tunde say you make some good music now. That's my silly voice. That's my cat voice. I like to talk to the cats. But I have even more the stuff that I'm holding back for the vinyl release. It's even better. Thank you, folks. Thank you. And please make a purchase. For the person who bought a copy of The World is Burning, because I sold one, those are almost gone. That will come directly from the record company in Pittsburgh. So I forwarded that sale info to the company this morning. Please buy. Please buy. Thank you. And thank you. But again, bottom line is this music is good. It's good. Okay. So I've got a few things on my mind. So I talked to Ray Russell yesterday, and Ray Russell will be my guest on next Tuesday. Ray Russell is a phenomenon. This, I had looked up and realized I had this, but I'm wondering what happened to Matt Parker and this label, Jazz in Britain. For a little while, I was receiving a lot of stuff from Jazz in Britain, and they seem to be on the rise, and then I haven't heard anything about Jazz in Britain for over a year. I wonder what happened. because these are some archival tapes that he got access to from the artists to make these releases. And so this is some good stuff from the early 70s. But the thing is, Dr. Ray Russell, I intend to ask him about that because he's a PhD, but he doesn't use his title. And he seems like a very humble man to have been part of so much important musical history. I mean, he's played with, I think, all of the Beatles. He's played with everyone. I mean, he's on the Space Oddity album by David Bowie, Bill Fay records. I mean, you go down the list. I was blown away. He's the James Bond guitar player after the original one. Then it was for Moonraker and You Only Live Twice. And Ray's done a lot of amazing work. So I'm honored that he wants to appear on the channel and talk a little bit. Deep history. Over 10,000 recordings of library music that he's participated in. Amazing man. Looking forward to it. He is an example of someone who is behind the scenes, but the music world wouldn't be the same without his contribution. So I'm looking forward to that. I've only got a couple of records to show from yesterday. Of course, I can always do a poll, but let me go to the comments and see if there's anything. I wanted to respond. So this one, Rebecca, thank you. I'm glad you like it. And I just need to kind of say it's slightly, honestly, it's slightly a little defensive. It's like, I can only do what I know how to do. I don't, my music in the past, a lot of times it's short because that's all I can figure out how to do. I don't just want to repeat it because I'm, honestly, I just have to stay honest. I make this music for me. I'm not thinking about an audience, okay? So that's why a lot of my older stuff, well, that's the idea. That's all I can figure. My technique and my skills are growing, and that's what you're hearing. So thank you for noticing, but also I couldn't do it before, okay? I can't do it, and I have longer songs in the past. See, it's just me. I'm just a human. We want to be loved. I know you love me, but I'm just explaining. Someone said that the window sound tuned to say sounds good loud. Well, it does. The way I mix my stuff using my stereo here, not headphones, it's got to sound good. Yeah, and still thinking about Carla Dereck. I haven't gotten an update. Hopefully she'll be okay. I appreciate George trying to share good news, but for me, Record Store Day is not good news. I frankly do not like Record Store Day. A friend of my brother said he used to work with Jerry. I won't say Jerry's last name. Jerry worked for the a regional distributor here for music, but he also worked nationally, and he was part of the original think tank that came up with the idea of Record Store Day. And he said that their whole idea was completely squashed by the industry. Once the industry saw that Record Store Day was a naked money grab, they just jumped on it. It was supposed to be to encourage a business for independent record stores. And then, as you see, it's become a horrible naked money grab. See, I appreciate this t-shirt that the person gave me, but it's a large, so the way it's on my neck there, I don't like the way that looks. Anyway, thank you for the black star. But yeah, I notice things. But so, thank you for the attempt to share good news with me. I'm glad it's good news for you and your son. I stood in line maybe once at the beginning of my going to record store days, and I said, this is ridiculous. But cool. Enjoy. Mercury rising, sometimes you say things I don't really know. What do you guys think about the Rabbit and Bottle Men group that's been around for 50 years? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that. I don't think I care. Don't take it personally, okay? Yes, people. Then someone asked me, when do you have time to compose new music, dude? Well, I'll answer that. Because I live a simple life. I really do. And I am happy that my simple life fulfills me, that it's enough. My days of running around and chasing the scene and trying to see what everybody's doing are over. I very happily spend a lot of time at home in this room or in one of the other rooms. And I am not a binge watcher of television. If anything, I'll binge listen to music. But the fact of the matter is that, and I already knew this, but Floyd Norman, my 90-something-year-old brother-in-law, who's a Disney legend, he knows the secret. You never stop doing what you love. Floyd Norman was the first black illustrator to be hired by Disney, and he draws every single day. And he posts every day his drawings. And that's the secret. I work on music not constantly, but fairly regularly. So I tried to do a count one time of how many pieces of music I had in my archives, but it was incomplete. Only going from the amount of material that I've recorded and written since getting Reason about 10 or so years ago, 10, 15 years ago, is over 300. But if we go back to starting in the 80s when I started writing, I probably have maybe 1,000 pieces of music that I've composed, written, or jammed out. It's no secret, but it's a secret. If you keep your mind stimulated, stay interested in life and in things and that you love, it keeps you vital. I'm telling you, it works. So I have no plans today. I may end up in the studio today. What I'm hoping is that I have a good Bandcamp Friday, so that I have to go to the post office, besides the digital sales of Window, which I greatly appreciate. And thank you, folks, for paying extra for it. Thank you. But besides, hoping to get sales all day, I hope. And for RAF, too. I still have RAF records to sell. I may open the studio today. Cheers. But I went and grabbed my merchandise, both boxes, because these are my merch boxes when I play gigs. So in the vinyl box, I do have a few sealed copies of my album Future Still, but I don't sell them because you can buy them directly from the record company. And the link, and it's on Bandcamp. RAF. I distributed the rest of the records with the other guys, so I don't have the lion's share of the records anymore. Whatever those guys do with their copies, I don't know. But I still have a box full of RAF vinyl for sale and a couple CDs. Here's something. Kleeman. I've got one copy of this left. The Dutch artist that I toured with. He never made it any dent here in America, but Kleeman is good. Brad Elvis of the Romantics plays drums on here, and I play bass on this album for the most part. Different. I have one copy left. $20 for you completists. You can get a copy of that from me. Do I have anything else? Yes. I have this last copy. Well, I actually have a couple of copies of Flyover besides my personal copy. I'm really proud of this album, so I don't sell this for less than $50 or $60. Okay. Do I have anything else in here? Yeah, the rest of these are RAFs. Oh, I have two Clemens. Okay. Let me put that with this other one. I've got two of the Cleman album for sale. $20. I also take Venmo. If you don't like PayPal, I also use Venmo. In the comments, if you're interested in these records, let me know, and then you can email. Well, just let me know. Okay. So, interlude, sealed from the archives. I'm real proud of this work, people. Now, come on now. DHX. I just sold another copy of The Muse. This is almost gone. I just heard from Blake. He's on the cruise. He got engaged. I knew he would. The picture of him and his new girl, they're so cute. I hope they last. That's amazing. He looks so happy. He really looks happy. What else do I have? I've got a few left up here. Now, see, I'm proud of these covers. I know that's good artwork. It's kind of weird, but it's good. I have that. I've got Digital Sex, which you can't buy otherwise. I can't post it online because of bullshit. But this is historic. That reminds me, Jim Fields is a local film maker who I've worked for. He gave me my first soundtrack job. He had, for the last few years, has been working on putting together a documentary on the history of rock music in Nebraska. And as he got going, he realized that he's taken on a monumental task, and he can't do it in one video, in one movie. So what he's decided to do is to start to share the history that he's accumulated so far by interviewing different musicians from around Nebraska. And so the first installment is online. He sent me the link. I'll link it here. I'm in the first installment. I'm really proud to be involved and to be in the same cast as all these other important and historic Nebraskan artists, like the guys from the Smoke Ring and the Chevrons and the Rumbles, and people that worked with Randy Meisner from the Eagles. I'm in the first installment. I'm proud. They included me. It means a lot. Can I show that? Anything else? That's what I got, folks. So, please buy some music. Buy some music. Okay. To wrap it up, just a couple of records. The main thing I listened to yesterday, besides myself, because I reconfigured Window. I thought I had the track listing right, and then I changed it. So I worked on that, improving the track listing for Window. But something else I played was Rova Saxophone Quartet, Beat Kennel. Perhaps the idea of a saxophone, just all saxophones, doesn't sound very interesting, but World Saxophone Quartet does it, and these guys do it too. And the interplay and the level of ability is high, and so this works. Bruce Ackley, Larry Oakes, John Raskin, and Andrew Voigt, 1987. Really good. On the Black Saint label. Love that label too. Anything else? I have those are sitting out to be played. Oh yeah, I played this. This is phenomenal. Arthur Verocai. Arthur Verocai. This is a reissue. Once again, this is a $1,000 album if you can find an original. This is brilliant. Brazilian. It's got that Brazilian flavor, but it also goes into prog and jazz. This is excellent. He does a couple things where it's like, oh, I wish I had thought of that. It's so good. It's so beautiful. Arthur Verocai. I've been becoming familiar with Seeking a Thread, looking at some of his older videos. We all have our different flavors. I bet you Seeking a Thread has this album. I bet he does. And then this is Benoit Weideman, Stress. Came across him through his work with Magma. So there's that aspect to the music, but there's also an aspect where it's kind of wigged out. Kind of like, you kind of went too far. But maybe that's to illustrate the title of the album, Stress. Just thought of that. It's in the music. The other thing I played yesterday was this. Caetano Veloso, Etrangero. Don't speak the language, but boy, do I love his voice. And the music is just incredible. But Caetano Veloso's voice is, no, for me, it's not sexual, okay? It could be if I was, it could be, but that's not it. It's just, it's a beautiful, what a beautiful voice. Etrangero, great album. Hope I'm not forgetting anything important. Always thinking about your family. Hope you guys are okay out there in California. I'm not going to talk about the news because things are just really out of control. Pure chaos thanks to the GOP and fake ass other politicians. Selfish motherfuckers. So the music saves me. So once again, I dropped a note to Richard Sinclair. He'll get back to me when he wants to. But Tuesday, Ray Russell, you have him in your collection. You don't even realize it. Now, he also had some bands. One of them was Lady, this band called Lady. They have an album on Vertigo. I listened to it online last night, and it's like it's not the sort of things I would want to buy, but it's like I'm curious about that. He's done a lot of things, I'm curious about it. I mean, he's played with everyone. Literally, just amazing background. And to never have really looked for the spotlight, it appears that he's just always been more focused on playing. I love that. So Ray Russell next Tuesday. Folks, Bandcamp Friday. I appreciate your support, but also, truth of the matter is, the music that I make is very good. It's on a par with anything in this world. Can I say that? Yes, I can. Can I say it objectively? Yes, I can, even though I made the music. I listen to a lot of music. A lot of music. My music is right in there. As good or better than many of the artists that are making lots of money. Have a good weekend.